So this is the listing, right? For 49.9 million. Let me show you where it is. Beautiful homes on the water, your big yacht on one side, and then you have your ocean views on the other.
If you look at the shore right there, what is that?
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly, I think it's an erosion prevention mechanism, right? This is all concrete. I mean, this is probably a more expensive execution. The billionaires probably got the privilege of removing all the plant material that typically most waterfront is supposed to have to help prevent erosion. Otherwise, when a storm surge comes, the water will be in his pool. This is epic. Look at this.
Suddenly it's like, oh, why are we in Tuscany now?
I wouldn't choose those railings. Come on, Billy. He's got a piano.
When this says they replenish the sand, I believe it. That's just, like I said, I'm not familiar with.
That's an expensive thing, believe it or not. So the last one we were dealing with, the entity that owned or that was responsible for like 10 of the homes in that area, they paid for putting sand and replenishing the sand there, and it was only like $1,000 a month fee versus what it was probably way more expensive to do that. So they get charged for the sand. It's a huge burden it costs a lot of money to own something on the water like this on the ocean, which is probably another reason why Billy Joel was like, I'm not using this. Why am I spending all this money? Let me just go live in the sanctuary, which is on the water, but the maintenance on an intercoastal property versus an oceanfront property, they're very, very different.
In terms of the financials on this place, noticed on the article, they were saying that Billy had shaved off nearly $15 million from his initial asking price. Does that indicate anything in your eyes?
Here's all the active and closed listings in the past year in that general area on the ocean for the most part. And you can see there's some actives as high as, look at this, $95 million. The highest sold is only $38 million. Now it's a 10,000 square foot home. And if you look at the comp, it's also, I think he was probably asking a lot and early on. And now he's finally got it under contract. Now he was on the market for 8 months or something like that before he went pending. So my guess is, there was some negotiation here. He started at 54 million this time around. I know a year or 2 years ago, he had it at something in the 60s, right? But like, look at this one. This one's 15,000 square foot home on about the same size as Billy's, 12 bedrooms. He traded for 32 million, and he's right by Billy. Yeah, right by Billy. So I think Billy's probably getting the market value for his property.
Is it common when you get to like that tier of real estate to just put it on the market and let it sit because it's going to be sitting there for a while anyway? Or do they treat it like anybody else where you leave it on for a couple months, but then it's not as appealing because it's been sitting there? I mean, I'd imagine it's like a totally different breed of animal when you're dealing with that kind of sale.
I think like as you scale up in the price points, when you get up in those numbers, you got to change the way you're thinking about what $100,000 means or what $1 million means or what $10 million means in this price range, right? It's like the guy that has enough money to pay for a $49 million home probably has enough money to pay for the $95 million home here. It's just his choice. He doesn't want to just commit so much financially over here to that, and he's made a choice to, okay, enough is enough. We're only going to spend $50 million on this.
Getting right to my point, and the reason I bring it up is because of our infamous Boca trophy. I mean, I think it's still sitting there on the market, isn't it?
It is.